I watched every With the X-Men seemingly being rebooted after Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars, it seems like the best time ever to make this video. The game plan is simple. We got 14 movies and around 30 hours of movies to get through. So why not just start with... To me, my X-Men. X-Men 2000 seems like the embodiment of a movie you saw when you were 8 years old. You thought it was the coolest thing ever, and then you watched it as a adult or a, teenager, and you were like, wow, this isn't as good as I remember. That was my experience about 5 years ago watching it. It's been a bit since then, but will it stand up to how I remembered as a kid, or will it be as negative as when I was a teenager? Hi, future Lucas here. I'm only giving myself 1 minute to talk about each movie after I've seen it, so that I can get through all these movies as fast as possible. Holy cannoli, X-Men 1 is a solid starting movie. The casting is 10 out of 10, and they did not miss. Shout out the casting dude, he did his job. The only thing I dislike is they cooked my boy Cyclops. When I was a young warthog.
When I was a young warthog! Very nice.
I thought Scott Summers was that guy. But they ruined him in this movie. James Marsden is a great Cyclops. Like, he has the entire look to him. But man, they cooked him. And I also like Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. I really enjoy Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. I think it's one of the best castings in Marvel and comics history. But man, Wolverine takes Cyclops' role in this movie. Like, Cyclops is supposed to be the protagonist in this movie, but he is not. I didn't like that they have the black jackets and they're like, oh, they think it's so silly, but it's like, you're the X-Men, you can be a little silly. And to me, my X-Men. See what I did there? X2 is a decent sequel, but same thing. Wolverine is awesome in this movie. I mean, the scene where he just kills like a dozen dudes in the X Mansion is awesome. Especially when the guy steps and he just, that's awesome. But they disrespect Cyclops once again. Logan steals his car. He immediately gets destroyed by Lady Deathstrike. And, that sucks. But Nightcrawler's awesome in this movie. Jean Grey is so weak in this movie, just like the villain, Stryker. Stryker's so weak in this movie. Jean Grey's super weak. I love the ending where they just roll up into the Oval Office and are like, hey, we're here. We're going to be here, pal. That was an awesome moment. And, I mean, besides that, this movie is kind of a mess. But I do like it. It's very nostalgic. The Last Stand. X-Men Last Stand is a failure. I mean, where'd I even start? Jean Grey sucks. Wolverine kind of sucks in this movie. There's a lot. I mean, the only cool part of this movie is like, the ending fight was kind of cool. But they killed my boy Cyclops. They went from, let's kill his character, to actually killing him. And they killed Professor X, which is just insane to me. It's like, there really isn't an X-Men without Professor X. He's probably one of the most important characters. And you get rid of Cyclops too, which is just insane. And Jean Grey is actually awful in this movie. And I don't like how they did the Phoenix Force at all. It's kind of confusing at the beginning because it's like they killed Jean Grey off camera at the very beginning. And then they killed Cyclops off camera. It's like, it's 100% the worst movie. The only likable things is the characters they add. I mean, Juggernaut's pretty cool. Kitty Pryde was alright. But yeah, it's a failure. Bad movie. I don't even have a funny joke to put in before the review. Normally you don't go from good, bad. I mean, come on. X-Men Origins Wolverine is actual crap, bro. Deadpool, garbage. Wolverine really isn't even that good. And the entire story just kind of sucks. They should not, like, they were trying this X-Men Origins thing, and it completely blew up in their face. And, I mean, I don't even know, like, it feels like they didn't put any effort in this. They're like, how can we make it? After the first two, they were like, let's go from good storytelling to, like, actually just making it as cool as possible. And it's like, we don't want to see cool stuff. We want to see good stories. We don't want to just see, like, did you see Ryan Reynolds just cut those bullets in half? It's like, no, we're good. We don't need. They focus on moments way too much in these two movies of Last Stand and we don't want moments. We want to go. I've never been on an airplane before, so I don't know if I can watch this movie. That was a bad joke. Delete that. Might be the most underrated movie of the bunch. I mean, I remember when I watched this the first time as a kid, I was like, my mind was blown. And now rewatching it, it's still a really solid movie, dude. And they finally decide, hey, we want to make a good movie again. And they made a great movie. I think going with, the younger cast, like, it's such a, like, the cast is pretty solid. Besides, the guy, it's like, the guy who plays Mr. Terrific now. I can't remember his name for the life of me right now, but that's not the point. There are bad moments of this movie. I think the villain's kind of weak. Like, he's kind of lame. But I think the guy that plays Magneto and the guy that plays Charles, amazing. Peak, some might say. And I think they are almost as good as the original actors, which is kind of crazy. But they're amazing in this. This movie's really solid. I really love this movie. It's so underrated, and I could talk about it for a lot longer. The Wolverine.
Is an unforgiving warden.
The Wolverine sucks. What a mediocre movie, dude. Hugh Jackman completely carries this movie. It is.
Dog, he put the team on his back.
This movie isn't made without Hugh Jackman, of course, but it's not even an okay, acceptable movie if he isn't just awesome in this movie. I mean, he's really the only reason it exists. It has such a problem. I don't know. They didn't know what they were doing when they made this film. They didn't have a vision. They were just like, oh, it's Wolverine. We're gonna make it cool. Which sucks because this movie wasn't that good. Besides Wolverine, I thought, him fighting basically Megatron at the end was stupid. They should have just got a cool, like, samurai guy. That would have been cooler. And the Snake Woman, can't even remember her name. She was that non-memorable. Yeah, I didn't really like this movie that much. It's probably the weakest one, besides just Last Stand, which was completely garbage. But yeah, mediocre. Days of Future Past. That sounds like a Daft Punk album or a Duran Duran album. That's what it sounds like. X-Men Days of Future Past completely enrages me, man. Because it's a love-hate relationship. As a kid, I loved this movie. It was probably my favorite X-Men movie. But watching it as an adult, some things just don't make sense. Like Magneto, he should have just killed Mystique. It should have been 2 seconds. Because, like, later in the movie, he raised the entire baseball stadium up. But he can't kill her immediately there. He gets overpowered by Beast for, like, a scene. That's crazy to me. That's insane. Just small stuff like that, and all the time stuff kind of messed up too. It's an okay movie. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's fine, but dadgum, man, I feel like this movie was just made because The Last Stand sucked so much. They were like, oh, we gotta fix this, and they wanted to bring in the guys from the Pool of the Dead, Deadpool. Pool is literally generational movie. I mean, I know there was an interview with Rob. I can't remember his last name for the life of me, but he basically made Deadpool, and he was like, "Oh, we we made Batman vs Superman rethink their entire thing. I'm like, yeah, that makes sense because Deadpool was just revolutionary, and it was it's like the perfect encapsulation of the character Wade Wilson Deadpool. I think it's a really solid movie. I don't think it doesn't do anything like revolutionary, but it is just, it's the first ever like big superhero rated R movie like ever, other than like Blade. But even Blade didn't do as well as Deadpool did, and it just took a character that you never would think would actually get his own movie, and made him a big character that got his own movie. So, good movie, solid movie, and it came out at the perfect time to be able to get the success it did. X-Men Apocalypso. X-Men Apocalypse it feels like the exact same movie as Days of Future Past. Because, respectfully, this feels like the same exact movie. It's literally the same exact thing happened. Apocalypse is kind of weak as a villain. I don't think he's as bad as people say, but he is kind of weak. Magneto's fine. Everyone's fine. They're fine, but it's like the story really isn't that good. The characters aren't the greatest thing ever. And where the other movies did have Wolverine, this movie doesn't have Wolverine. And Cyclops kind of sucks in this movie. Jean Grey kind of sucks in this movie. It's like they're all C. They're all C tier. And you need an A tier to carry this movie. They don't really have that. Quicksilver was good again. Magneto was alright. But really disappointing. And I don't like this movie that much. So, Logan, aka the Wolverine, but actually called Logan. Yeah. I was 11 when Logan came out, and for years I had heard, I'd gotten so much hype from this movie, being like, it's the greatest X-Men movie ever. And it might be true. It's a really good movie. I would say it's probably the best so far. I really enjoy this movie, and I think it kind of perfectly ends his story. And it's just a solid movie overall. There are some things I don't like about it, like just, I don't know, the world kind of feels, I don't know, desolate's not the word. It kind of feels annoyingly desolate, where it's like it doesn't make sense for it to be this awful. But it's a good movie, and I think there's so many things that I would have never thought they could do in an X-Men movie that they did in this movie, and it's a really solid ending for the character.
I love dubstep!
I really enjoy Deadpool 2. It's just a solid movie. I think that's what the Deadpool movies just do great on in general. Every single one of those movies are a good movie, no matter what. I think that's the best part of it. They don't do too much. They don't do too little. They give you a good enough of a story to just be able to make it through it, and I think that's amazing. That's one of my favorite things about them, and they're all fun movies. I love a fun movie because it's like you put it on when you're sad, or you put it on just to watch it, and it's a fun movie to lift you up. I don't expect cinema, but it's a good movie. Pretty quick one to review. Quickest review. I don't have anything else to talk about. Juggernaut was awesome. Colossus was alright. And Deadpool's just good in all of these movies. The Dark Phoenix. Is that a pigeon? No, it's the Dark Phoenix. The Dark Phoenix, I feel like it had potential, but it did not land at all. And I think it's really a thing where it's like no one really knows what to do with the Phoenix story at all. They all do it bad. I haven't seen a good one so far. So that's why I think, in the new X-Men they shouldn't do it. But I feel like this had so much potential because they had all these characters that were solid characters, and I felt like they just facepalm. They failed. They failed this story, they failed the cast, they failed this universe, but it's also like, I don't think this movie was going to go anywhere. This movie wasn't going to make Fox just, oh, this universe is so good, because they failed in the other attempts. So it's really just the last domino falling. And there was some cool parts with Magneto, but that's about it in this movie. Not the old mutants, the new mutants. Get out! Generational name. The New Mutants makes me infuriatingly mad, because you're telling me you had a great shot. I think the cast is great, but man, this story sucks. And I hate when movies have a protagonist that is just awful. Like, it's like you got the lamest character ever to be the protagonist. I hate when movies do that, because I feel like they could have gone so many more directions. They could have introduced so many cooler things, and they didn't. And it's a failure of a movie, in my opinion. It's just, I cannot remember her name for Anya Taylor-Joy as Magic. That's a 10 out of 10 casting, in my opinion. But man, they fail everything else about this movie, and they could have done so much better. They didn't. Their fault. The story should be number one. And Wolverine and Deadpool. If you just looked at the titles, it had to happen. I like Deadpool and Wolverine a lot more than others do. There's a lot of things I like about it, and I've rewatched it 3 times, and every time I've still had fun with it, It's obviously fan service. There's a lot of fan service in it, but I enjoy that kind of stuff, especially when they do it good and they do it well comedically and story-wise. Obviously, some of the stories are very silly, and Deadpool and Wolverine kind of have to win, But I enjoy this movie a lot, and every time I see it, I'm like, how do people hate this? How do people hate this? Always enjoy it. Always kind of, I have a smile on my face while I'm watching it, and I think that's what makes the entire Deadpool trilogy. All of the movies are solid. There's not a bad movie in the trilogy. They're all okay, which is good. You can't really see the numbers that well on camera, but I will say them out loud. Number 1, Logan. Number 2, X2. Number 3, Deadpool. Number 4, X-Men First Class. Number 5, Days of Future Past. Number 6, Deadpool and Wolverine. Number 7, X-Men. Number 8, Deadpool 2. Number 9, Apocalypse. Number 10, The Wolverine. Number 11, Dark Phoenix. Number 12, The New Mutants. Number 13, X-Men Origins Wolverine. Number 14, The Last Stand. Those are my official rankings. I would go into depth on them, but I am tired. So, I'm just gonna chill. And thanks for watching. If you do want me to go in depth, I'll make an entire video of just ranking them. If this video gets 25 likes, I'll do that. But thanks for watching. Thanks so much. This video took a lot of time and effort. I mean, I watched 30 hours of movies. So if you could subscribe, would be pretty awesome. I just appreciate you for watching all the way through. And yeah, thanks.